Roundrel Cruci 20. So this should be much easier than Peglin, much easier. Immediate navigation inflation, immediately turning down special button and steady scope is unfortunate, but like, man, I just gotta take the navigation inflation. I'm going to get my money back and more. And if you want 999 damage, money build is a good way to do it. Good way. Doesn't necessarily mean navigation inflation, usually that means a combination of navigation inflation plus your question marks give you infinity gold to work with. But we have half of the pieces, right? And usually that passive is significantly less useful than you would like due to the part where you don't actually have the gold to work with it. Talk about not having the gold to work with it. Nimble, I also think is insane. Really good with multiple, really, really good. Here we go. So, what do we think the shot looks like? I feel like this is what the shot looks like. 28 gold first fight is fine. With navigation inflation, I would expect a little bit more. Definitely a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. So again, fair warning, I'm almost certainly not going to get the win on the first run. I really don't think this seed is going to be it either. I just don't have a good feeling. Not to say that it won't work. One thing I also want to do, make sure not to pick up that new passive. I really don't think that new passive is that good. I think that the passive that causes you to drop to 0 Illusion each time is very unfortunate. In particular though, one thing I really want to use is the amazing new passive. I say new because it is basically new. Of you maintain your illusion between fights. It just sounds so awesome. Actually so awesome. If I can get to 105 gold, I will be ecstatic. I guess technically 85 is also fine. A store new relic on this class might be very decent. Would be very cool. The new one that I don't care for, which doubles Illusion gains but doubles the Illusion losses, is also a store new relic, but as I mentioned very clearly, I do not intend to... Actually closer to getting that bomb than I expected. I really do not want to use that passive. I do not believe it to be worthwhile. There are definitely builds where it can be. I just, as I said, not a believer. Not a believer. Oh, insane shot. Truly incredible. Let's take care of you. To be fair though, that Spinfection was very handy. That actually somehow got a crit. Sick. 94. Look, you can get good gold shooting to the right here. You really can. I think that's asking for a bit too much to get to 105? Barely. Oh my god. Shouldn't have been talking about it because apparently I jinxed myself, eh? There's no later store, by the way. I don't have spam critting stuff. Newly buffed Spinfectious Sting is 5-4 when I'm fighting Avogadro. Really not as interested in taking that for Avogadro. I'm going to be honest, of all the choices here, man, I just want this Gravity Glove so bad. I think I will also remove, yes. The remove just feels a lot more valuable now that the curses can help remove the non-pebbles from your deck. Or alternatively, double the pebbles. Means you want the pebbles removed. Might be mistaken. I feel like I'm feeling that way more so just because I have the gold lying around to just do that. But it's been working out decently fine, hasn't it? Not too shabby. One bomb, I accept. Grubby gloves will basically finish you off, allowing that to get the kill. Also, less awesome. Why'd you have to go and do that? Why'd you have to go and hit the refresh again? Again. 1 health. I think we can get him here. Alright. A little bit longer than I would have liked. Nice dodge. But, they will fall one by one now. When you can get the crit right. I really don't need to try and read too much for... Yeah, Spinfection is just really nice there, eh? Navigation inflation, I can just expect decent value from it over time, and that's fine. Maybe I'll find synergy pieces for it specifically later on. That is a really good orb. Absolutely insane to get. It's exactly the kind of thing I was hoping for. A Spinfection build into Area 4, or at least to get to Area 4, is perfectly acceptable. In fact, one of the things I was definitely intending to go for, because Spinfection just offers you a very competent early game, and I'm just all for that. I just need that competent early game because a lot of the time Roundrel has some absolutely just incredible late game builds they can run. And you just need to get to that point. Perfection is a great way to get to that point because it's really good in Area 1, and then just generally solid later. Let's take some hits, shall we? This is going to hurt. Unfortunately, we got not a single crit roll, and our Spinfection Orb was ridiculously delayed, so we've kind of just got to wait until this shot, which is unfortunate, but at least with that shot. 29 damage. Oof. At least with that shot, pretty much over. I do want Glass Half Full. I think it is good. It probably wasn't worth the gold there, actually. I think we'll just take Refreshive. It is probably better. I do like the 3 Meteor Explodable, it is solid. Last time I checked though, it doesn't actually scale with a lot of the debuff stuff that I would like it to scale with though, so I'm actually fine to not take it, I guess. That was a fair shot. Sick. That's really, really nice to see. Epic. So my boss peak killing capabilities are there. My hopefully enemy killing capabilities are there with the powers of Transparency plus Grubby Gloves. Like, that is just a pretty good combo. Definitely pretty solid. And hopefully you just die here. Damn. Yeah, very rude. Navigation doesn't matter. Gonna be honest though, 14 health. I'm forced to do that. Which is a shame because I want to upgrade for the elite fight. The Toil and Trouble, that is. Okay. That was a long journey. Rallying Heart. Well, if only I'd known. I do just need the health for the elite fight though, I presume. I definitely just need the health for the elite fight. This sucks so much. My deck order here is just bleh. Really wish that I could be landing this on an enemy that it actually matters against. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't matter against this first enemy. It's nice to just get this kill out of the way. But I don't really care. A lot of Spinfection damage here though. And Spinfection is just a breakpoint here, which is sick. Absolutely just sick. I do also have Refreshive on this map, which, as we know, is both a good and a bad thing. Accessing the bombs becomes much harder. You were not meant to do that. He is just dead, but you were not meant to do that. Yeah, it's just too much free walking for my tastes. I really need a crit now. I might open up the middle, maybe that wasn't the wisest play. That is... Oof, nice. Very, very nice. Otherwise I was just set to lose a lot of health, and I'm just not set to lose a lot of health anymore. I was set to take maybe one hit. Dodge. Aww. It was nice to dream about, wasn't it? At 20 HP heal, that is a massive swing, considering the fact that I'm just about to enter an elite. Yep, sure. I'll do it. Smoke mod, short stack. I mean, look, let's just keep it up with the debuff stuff, why not? I'm not a fan of this, but... Yep, not a fan. Oh my god, the dodge. That was really nice. Good chunk of extra gold. We get this fight, and I'm very pleased with this fight. Very, very pleased indeed. This is just looking so much better. Admittedly, Glass Half Full is definitely the best orb in my deck for this fight, and it's not getting the most value. But it's still just perfectly acceptable. Imagine I got a bomb there though, that would have been sick. Oh, I have to wait a shot. I'm fine with waiting, I really am. Just not the time I wanted to be getting Bramble, I wanted to get it now. I just need the crit. Straight up. Simple as that. About as simple as it gets. I'm afraid you're dead now, friend. Please do not somehow bounce out. Oh, that's just so much more painful than I would like it to be. Oh, double bomb tap. Boom. That works, that works. That definitely works. Sick. A tiny bit of damage. I am gonna need that heal again. And let's keep getting this transparency upgrade because in case you didn't notice, we're fighting this guy. And Glass Half Full just kind of wrecks this guy, no? This seems really good. I've had to spend way more gold healing than I would like, but it's fine. Bring on steal a lucky penny. I am loath to turn down extra crit opportunities. I do not like it. I like it, same I am. But, I must admit, I want to compare it to Grinding Monster, one of the best max HP relics ever for getting it early. Then, well, there isn't really a choice, is there? Thank you. 20 gold, by the way. That's why I'm so happy to just spend gold upgrading. I just get the gold back. And thanks to the Rallying Heart that I picked up, I'm just getting back a lot more than normal. Incredible blind there, incredible. I'm sure that'll matter. Like, see what I mean about the new Glass Half Full? It's pretty sick. I like it a lot. 6 Infection, you're just dead. So awesome. I have Refreshive, so I do not need to worry about how bad that refreshes. I do love that, I must admit. Bye-bye. Oh, it's so fun. The Exploitable just to carry on more transparency damage is also sick, because I believe that works out the way I would like it to. Kablamo, almost a Spinfection kill. Almost. All my good orbs are gone. How sad. I will simply have to just make good shots on my own. Like that, 47, awesome. And now I would just love a Super Boots any day now. I've turned down a Super Boots this run actually. Okay, good to know, good to know. Very silly of me. Why did I not upgrade my glass half pool there? Answer is very simple, I forgot. Very good at forgetting early upgrades that I intend to take for the purposes of tempo. Last video, I believe that I duped a level 2 orb, which was meant to be a level 3 dupe, because I simply forgot to upgrade it to level 3 beforehand. Actually, I think I did lose for that run though. Can I tab? Tab works. Yes, thank you. Awesome. Well, I probably will get the bombs, but I just want to guarantee that that works. Absolutely works. Again, I will probably hit the bombs, but I just need those. Yeah. Thank you. It also means I'm leaving the right-hand side open for my beautiful navigation. So after all, both the gold and the max HP matter so much. God, that is such a sick shot. I get max HP, I get 28 gold. Like, you see why I'm just so happy to... I'm so lucky. Wow, look at this deck setup. Love it. It is really one of the big things I'm just scared about now. Like, if I just get a bad deck... Damn, I was hoping I could hit that bounce. If I just get a bad deck setup, I'm just in not the most ideal spot. Because this is definitely a deck where I want it in the correct order. But no, yeah, that works. Definitely works. I don't care. I actually just don't care. I will happily shoot a bad orb that does not crit. Or stacks him up. I'm fine with that. Like, if I could get this kill, that would be cool. I'm not going to aim for it, because aiming for it would be silly. I love this so much. Thank God I didn't take the shot, otherwise I would have missed this. Awesome. We're entering on such high health. Shock Absorber. I'm not playing Balance, so Shock Absorber is not as insane as it was last runs. Still very good, but honestly, if there's one class it's kind of mid for, it's staring right at you. Just Roundrel. Second Toil and Trouble though, you know what? Sign me up. I want the infection stuff. Yuck. Very simply yuck. One thing that is actually pretty cool though, you know what? I've already got the refresh up, that's half the combo. Heavy Hand, Bonus got him agreed. Kinetic Meteorite are the options. I'm just taking Kinetic Meteorite here. It's actually just pretty solid, pretty cool. 100 Darkness, Orbit's Nightmare, Orc for Orc. Now, I think that the best choice here is definitely 100 Darkness. I can still target enemies, right? I just can't see the pegboard, right? Bulwark every turn is fine because I bypass Bulwark. No, this is actually totally fine. This is actually probably the option here. Probably somehow better than the other one. But I am ready for a Nightmare. I don't know what this does. I'm pretty sure I know what this does. You just can't get rare relics whatsoever. But like, just imagine finishing an elite and you get common relic options. Like, that's just so funny. Now, the nice thing about this is as well, is Roundrel has good common relic options. A lot of them. Like, look at some of my rare relic options, right? Like Smoke One. Like, sure, that could be very useful, and it was amazing in my first run ever into Area 4, but yeah, let's do it. See what this is, because this is not, there are no treasure chests in the next area, which is what it could be as well. I expect that it's fully just... It could also be Mimic. Maybe everything's a Mimic. But yeah, Kinetic Meteorite plus Refresher is really nice, especially if I can combine it with Morbid and like Bag of Orange Pegs. It would be a sick build. Not quite as good as the debuff build that I was intending to run. Sorry about my targeting there. I did not realize how much it mattered. That was very, very silly of me. Very, very silly indeed. I can't believe that that's just happened. Oh well. We make mistakes, apparently. That was just a really big one. Like a massive one. You know what? I don't want... I'm just going to lose so much health if I actually make that mistake. So here's the deal. Cruci 19 spawning an extra enemy in there is a massive, massive deal because it slows down these guys, which is incredible for us. It's absolutely amazing. So we just need to not kill him, and that way they're just slightly slower getting to us, which is great, and we can pick off them one at a time, and Spinfection is a good way to kill them as well. And if that actually gets the crit there, it actually will get the kill. So that would be nice. Unfortunately, it's probably going to hit the refresh first. You know what, if you keep getting this much damage... Wow, that does just work, you know, that really does just work. I'm actually just going to claim the refresh. It's a shame, but it's in such an easy spot, and I was probably just going to go down the middle anyway. Bramble is nice. New. Good enough. Good enough. Alright, now we take care of you. You get the crit though, so maybe I could have aimed for damage. But if I get a bomb, that would be nice actually. Oh, so close. Close to getting that bomb last second. If you could be so kind as to grab that crit, that is a guaranteed kill. Awesome. Yeah, getting the glass half ball for this fight is just a tad unfortunate. I would much prefer for that not to happen. It is an orb that I've added to my deck so that I actually have AoE capabilities for most of my deck, because currently my pebbles are very bad after all. But like, even by playing this fight well, we're still just losing a lot more HP than what we'd like. Like, that's why it's just such a big deal there. I'll go for this. I think that gets me the furthest away from the refresh, the fastest. And this is still a 2-4. You can still get 239 damage. Nice, awesome. I'm actually really pleased with that. Very dangerous fight after all. Alright, so we have our endgame. Simple as that. The double-double has arrived. And baseline is already doing all that I care about. I'll upgrade it to do some greater stuff for area... that's really rude. For area 4 once I get there. That's just very unfortunate. Double-double is actually an orb worth shooting immediately. Just not immediately is the problem. It's worth shooting, but if I get it immediately, there's just nothing I can work with there. Absolutely nothing. Extra shield and an extra shield enemy on this fight is pretty unfortunate. Ideal. Glass half ball is just pretty sick, huh? I really do love the new glass half ball. I think it's pretty awesome. You can achieve a lot with it. No crit, that's fine. I do get this infection after all. Is nice, and then we can get that kill, and we got a bomb, awesome. Really good stuff. I'm not losing too much health, I'm still gaining max HP. I still have the opportunity to just buy a lot of stuff in the store. This is all pretty nice. Alright, so Orbit's Nightmare. This feels like a Mimic fight. Okay. And he has Bulk now. He has Bulk now. And he has Berserker. Oh, are they going to scale each time? Is every single chest just going to be only 2? Unless this is renav. I love messing up my order so much. I love it so much. Doubling Spinfection would have been kind of sick after all. God, this guy hits hard. Very cool. Very cool indeed. I am going to have to heal. Now, can I afford to greed it out and heal after the store? Probably not. Would be nice, but probably not. Afraid that I'm just not actually that powerful. I just have like the guarantee. The kill guarantee, that's it. Oh, I'm just not even that powerful, wow. I'm going to need some dodges from you, pal. Seriously. 4. I think we know what Orbit's Nightmare does now. Alright, he had enough infection on to die, but missing the double-double does just suck apparently. Wow, I really wanted to get to that store. Would have been nice, but we are just dead though. That's fine. Perfectly fine. Reduce, redouble it, Ambi. All 3 are really nice. Oh, is it just too greedy to... Yeah, it is. I just can't turn down Ambi there. Ambi's just too good. Alright, so we know what Orbit's Nightmare does now. The fact that they're stacked is disgusting. Oh wait, that might not be them being stacked, that might be the new Mimic actually being affected by Crucible whatever buffs bosses. Probably not. It's probably just them being stacked from Orbit's Nightmare. Oh, can we hit this bomb please? Alright, so Reduce, Refuse, Recycle is off the table. I'm fine with that Common Relic being off the table, the one that tries to add temporary crits to the board. Usually that's a pretty specific orb that you're going to want in your deck. Most of the time you're just not going to want it. Chest, Store, Elite. Sure. I'm happy to go way crazier on this class. A lot more elites, but that's fine. And that's a bit of a shame. The boss passes that I had were actually pretty cool, but as we saw with that immediate Brick Slime fight, I actually just wasn't really that strong. I had good tempo, But the Area 2 fights are still just completely nasty. And I'm afraid that for the pieces that I was looking for, there were still just so many that I wanted to find. Like, sure, if he had one orb there, that would have been sick. My endgame, it was pretty decent. I had the double prepped. But I'm afraid that just having a good endgame is not actually good enough to get you to Area 4 when you're trying to deal with Crucible 20. Crucible 20 is still pretty hard after all. I do believe that the players got a lot stronger in the last patch. But now you also have Area 4 to deal with, and sometimes that's just going to be very hard. I believe this map can have a random number of bombs on it. Only getting 2 is so disgusting, it really is. Especially since I popped one early to try and lose health to that less health to that first guy. And unfortunately it didn't work out as well as I would have liked. And war is decent. Decent. Alright, so that's interesting. Just turning into member fights is actually also kind of insane. Pebble builds are just not a thing on this class. You can do them. I wouldn't recommend them. But maybe with... There's just too much stuff I would want if I wanted to do a pebble build on this class realistically. Like, it just doesn't sound like it lines up to me. Like, I was thinking about what I'd want. And it's like, there's just too much stuff. Simply, it's just not feasible. It is just a good tempo tool though. Just having +1/+2 on a majority of the orbs in your deck is very real. Stuff the Sling is just always going to be a good tempo passive. Especially since pebble builds care about it a lot less, now that you've got the absolutely lovely obelisk buff. Actually just giving you Actually just giving you massive damage. Alright, 34, if you'll be so kind as to simply work. Thank you. After all, I don't have navigation inflation, so I just wanted to tidy up some of the gold there as well. 105 gold should be only too easy. Always I don't know how they're going to move. It's just like, are you just about to move my way and mess up their shot? I do not appreciate this fight. Really don't. Our AoE powers are incredibly limited, which means it's just like, if we're not hitting our bombs there, we're just in such a sad position. Truly. Which sucks, but at least we got one there. You know, that takes care of one of the bats. I keep getting transparency apparently, which is a thing. Certainly is a thing. Alright, we get 40 more AoE damage. I get a Bramble there. Awesome. Oh, not awesome, because apparently Bramble allows them to attack again. Wow, I love that. My targeting was incorrect. Good. I am just not a fan of this fight. It's not fun. I got so happy when I thought that they'd changed it, made it a bit easier to hit the bombs. And then we found out that that was a different fight that they were referring to. And I became much sadder. It's worried though, because the bat slightly survives. Love it. I mean, sure. Just whatever. Whatever at this point. Hopefully... You are joking. I'm gonna be honest. I probably could have actually done pretty well with the rest of that run. But that was very demoralizing. Didn't really feel like finishing that run. Interesting. This is more like what I was thinking of. This is less like what I was thinking of. Double store. Okay. I was going that way first, but it seemed like the other way is just better. So instant short fuse, we can work with that. Maybe it's finally time to find a recombobulator. As we know, I have not been seeing recombobulators. That makes me very sad. I like recombobulator an awful lot. And it would be very good with what we got now. Perhaps it's time for the shock absorber to reappear. Because if I'm doing a bomb build, shock absorber, really good. Might just take some bat damage. I have short fuse, so I can probably tidy things up a bit. That's not what I was hoping for, but I think this is just fine. Yeah, that's perfectly acceptable. Yep, I accept. 50 gold, it's acceptable. It realistically should be more because I actually did really well in my first fight, but the fight's not over yet. Yep, Stuff the Sling is a nice tempo passive. It's just not a passive that I should ever really be caring about on Roundrel. I'm not really intending to do... I'm not really intending to do Pebble stuff on Roundrel. Golden Bubble's just really good there. It's a really good AoE tool for this class, and just setting myself up to have good AoE tools is just really important when I'm taking on early elites. Shake the Tree plus 50 max HP is an absolutely sick upgrade, really sick into Area 4, Will I get it? Of course not, but it's nice to think about, isn't it? Let's take care of this first guy, hit the refresh, why not? Right, I did not take the care of the first guy. I didn't even do any damage to the first guy. Actually, I don't 10 damage to the first guy. This is the first guy. Can I get a crit? That would be so sick. Talk about so sick in general. Just a Golden Bubble is just good. That's just a generally nice shot. Alrighty. Oh, and an immediate Bramble. As nice as that is, he's still going to be dealing damage to me. Way more than I'd like. Which sounds funny, because he's so far away from me, and there's just so much of this fight left. But I'm afraid that, yes, I'm on 85 health currently. It is not going to stay that way. Unfortunately, I do not have boss killing capabilities. My incredible tactical treat passive is perhaps not as incredible as it first appears. It's about as incredible as your average tactical treat. I'm afraid that tactical treat is not a very good passive. Great in some builds, but for a very specific reason. Like, they literally made a build for a specific reason. Awesome stuff. 69 health is incredible, by the way. Absolutely incredible. I think this is also a very cool orb, but I shall pass. After all, we have the store coming right up. Overwhelmer Pumpkin Pie. Pumpkin Pie is very hard to turn down. Especially since this class usually doesn't really need to care about Overwhelmer. It definitely can, but it usually doesn't need to. I probably have access to the new self-damage orb, Bully Ball. But that just doesn't matter. I really don't care about this orb on this class. Just don't. Just don't care about any of the other orbs. I do have second store, don't I? Actually, I do have second store, okay, yeah. Plus 30 gold. Oh, I can't even buy the gloves. Not that I'd want to, because gloves in this class is atrocious. It's really bad. Sure. Let's just mess around, have some fun, use the pumpkin pie slot, maybe hit some bombs. Well, hopefully hit some bombs. That's why I shot it there. Looks like I can do this sick bounce. I lied. Do not actually have the sick bounce I can do. Like, maybe if this wasn't a refresh, I could go boom, boom, boom right in there. That would be nice. But I'm afraid that's not possible. However, 40 health left. Nice. Nice, nice. Alright, I do need to collect as much gold as possible. That is indeed what the second store is telling me. And the problem with trying to get to this Golden Bubble in my deck, which is of course incredible, absolutely amazing orb, is that it's the last orb in my deck. Which means if it doesn't kill, I'm not happy. I would rather be happy, so I'm just shooting all of the orbs in my deck, because all orbs have an equal chance to get bombs. And bombs can also finish this map, not just Golden Bubble. Not just Golden Bubble. I'm not gonna have much gold for that store, am I? No, as long as I have 50, I'm fine, right? The thing is, I just gotta dodge. Sick. I'm just always going to the double chest, so... I mean, I only need 14 gold in one fight. There are some fights which are really bad for getting gold. This one, admittedly, really is not one of the best. I'm a tad worried. I guess that is just Golden Bubble being amazing though, so we'll probably just be fine for the rest of the fight, but that is not what you want. That's the reason why I rated Short Fuse so badly for such a long time, because it can just do that on some maps, and that is really bad to do. But I mean, luckily we have good AoE, right? If we didn't have good AoE, we would be in a much worse spot. By the way, 66 gold, very impressive. Very impressive indeed. Unicorn Horn is great for getting extra gold. Really good. Absolutely premium. And now I have Refilibuster, so let's just yeah, I could have aimed for both of them, but I decided not to. 9 gold there, nice. What's I saying? But yeah, then I learned of the enhanced gunpowder effect, and yeah, Short Fuse rose a lot, as well as bomb comps just got really good because they then decreased the damage decrease that bombs had. Rather a confusing way of saying it. Before Recom and Alchemist Cookbook used to decrease the damage that bombs did, but then they got rid of it, which is sick. I really wish I had more gold. Mostly because if I had more gold, I'd have infinity gold for the rest of the run. Don't have Orbit Story. Refreshing is still very cool. The problem is I want to buy like well, technically 5 things here, right? I mean, look, Collusion is just a must, right? It's actually just like so good right here. So good. Is it better than both Sprouting and Mold? Yeah, you know what? I think it is. I think that's just perfectly acceptable. Honestly, you know what, I take back what I said. That was actually an amazing store. Those are really good options to remove from the pool. Because currently I'm actually very happy with my gold. An extra dude on this fight, that is very rude. I want him gone. Absolutely gone, so. That's what... Okay. I was not expecting that. At least he did go. That is what I wanted. But as we found out last run, I'm not the biggest fan of this fight. I understand that it's hard to know where unicorn is going, where your shot is going to go for some specific things when orbs are slimed and when they're... I mean, this is also slimed, right? But it is very frustrating shooting my unicorn horned shot and then watching as it proceeds to give me false information. The problem with false information is most of the time the information is actually correct, so I can rely on it. But suddenly when the information is false, I can just try for a different shot. Like realistically, as long as I'm just remembering, it is just fine. It's just like I'm not remembering, it means it's just not fine. That's just not ideal. I'm still a very good amount of gold there. I will be making upgrades on my cauldron bubbles. After all, if we are fighting specifically stuff like Betsy, then I think we can actually spin Infection stack, but it's not actually looking as good as I'd like. No inflation, right? Yes, no inflation. What it? We have a very odd mix of passives here. Very odd indeed. Now, I just like aiming towards Pumpkin Pie. Maybe we can get some bombs as well. Yeah, thank you. One or the other will do. If you wanted to do both, that would have been nice, but obviously me expecting both is just a bit too crazy. At least, actually, it's really nice having Unicorn Horn on this fight. Just really nice. I do appreciate that. I also appreciate this. I forgot, we have Refilibuster. Refilibuster is sick. I've got to imagine you got that crit. That would have been cool. Infection time? Start stacking. It is stacking up. It's certainly something it's doing. Oh my god. That's what I was aiming for. I just wasn't sure I was going to make it. 4 Spinfection. Unfortunately, we're not landing Spinfection for any of our shots, so I'm afraid that our Spinfection plan is just not going to pan out. But it's just a good amount of extra damage, so it's fine. Like, it's actually a pretty decent amount of extra damage, you know? Just not bad. I have Refilibuster, so I am just stacking up damage, aren't I? Let's get your silly vines out of here, shall we? Oh god, the refresh is moving each time. That is actually potentially mildly annoying. I mean, like, yeah, I just can't aim for it here. It is unfortunate. I think that is actually it, but apparently not. I was mistaken. I can get it here. Do I want to with Refilibuster? Yeah, sure. The wires crossed there. With Refilibuster, so I am allowed to shoot the gold orb. But Cauldron Bubble takes care of the minions, so shoot it. Yeah, the wires crossed. Oh, I think we actually die here. I don't know. Not an easy fight, and my Spinfection didn't stack, and I feel like if I wanted to get the win, my Spinfection stacking was actually kind of necessary. Especially since I just keep getting caught and stuff. And like, I'm also just not getting crazy random dodges, which is unfortunate. You know, like, I would never expect crazy random dodges, but if I'm not going to get crazy random dodges, I'm definitely going to look closer to dead. Of which I am. Very cool. Yeah, Cauldron Bubble's good. I don't know, that just wasn't really all that spicy. Not really the kind of thing I'd be looking for if I'm expecting a win. Special button, try and play for crit stuff. Crit stuff is good in Area 4. Assemble enough of it, but you actually have to assemble it. Right, extra bat is something. Definitely is something. Nice bomb, I will accept it. This was the fight, right? This is the fight that can have a random number of bombs, I think. I know, because that's what it feels like to me. Let us now pop the bombs. Just like that. It literally just zoomed straight for those bombs and popped them all. I am... Oh wow, okay. So, what's the plan? I just want to go to the question marks at this stage. See what the question marks have on offer, because I am not a fan of this seed. But for example, if I went to a question mark and I happened to find one specific common relic, that could make me very happy. You know, if I managed to get a nice first shot, by the way, if I managed to find myself a absolutely lovely, what's it called? Baron's Investment. Oh, that wasn't enough. That's that. then I'll be rather happy. That'd be pretty nice. I would appreciate that quite a lot. Could have aimed at the bat. Yep, it definitely does feel like Roundrel runs are more fun. Having access to glass half ball, some infection stuff being slightly stronger, some options just being slightly more accessible, and just feeling less bad is kind of cool. And obviously curses are very fun. I do love the curses. Let's just go events all the entire way, shall we? Or maybe not. I definitely still don't really enjoy Roundrel as much as I do, say, the other classes. For example, I just absolutely love the Peglin early game a lot. So fun. Unfortunately, it is now attached to Area 4, and I think that that is rather unfortunate. That's fine. I imagine that hopefully it is just a knowledge thing, and it's just like, I just don't know exactly how to make Peglin good into Area 4 currently, so my Peglin runs are just not working. I just don't think that's the issue, and so I'm hoping that they address it, because I think it will probably need addressing. Spinventor especially feels so fun into Area 4, and Spinventor is just as fun as always. And then Peglin, awesome stuff there. Great gold. I got to go where I wanted to get this fight, which is an extra 130 health immediately. Rather rude. Which is an unfortunate fight because you do just tend to lose a decent chunk of health here. Especially if there's a red slime immediately. These red slimes slap really hard. Yeah, Spinventor seems as fun as always into Area 4. It is always just going to be a very fun class, especially if you hit what you want, and Area 4 just allows you to hit more of the stuff that you're looking for. So it's kind of a perfect combo, especially since it's just so good into Area 4, the stuff that you're looking for. Great shot. And then Peglin also feels solid into Area 4, but my last run was definitely, I would call unfortunate. Sorry, my last runs on Peglin. Runs plural, unfortunately. I was hoping for a double tap there, and that was exactly what I got, just not in the way I intended. I actually just want something for the boss, and even just one rubble. Actually just pretty good. Huh. Damage for 34 gold gives me a lot more gold to work with for the store. Could just do no store and just somehow do the Electrum stuff here, which does not work. This is not gonna work, but I'm all for it. I'm just all for it. Oh, please do not do that. I lied. Maybe do it. You want to watch the worst area one ever? Do you? Yep. How about that? How about that for the worst area one ever? Okay. So those last two things that happened were absolutely miserable, but I do have an Orboros now. Orboros is very nice. I am going to get. I like a lot of Area 1 maps. I'm afraid that one does not fill me with joy. Orbit Story immediately. I just need to not troll in Area 4. What I need to do. I really just need to not troll. Just fine. Alright, this is more like what I want. Yeah, baby. Oh, I can already feel the pain. Oh, I'm going to take so much damage. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to be dead. But I'm going to die happy and I'm going to die rich. Oh, it's going to be amazing. What more can you ask for, eh? What more can you ask for? It's just a breath of fresh air. Alright, so. Your chest there. What do we got? Boom, boom, boom. And then. Triple elite? No stores? Full tempo? Oh, I don't know, man. That sounds pretty fun. Spinventor has good common relics. Spinventor is also happy to just not go to early stores. Give me like an immediate restore beer, man. Make my day. That would be sick. Restore, I think, is exceptionally good now. You get an early restore, but I think you basically can't not take it. Yep. Right here. Okay, let's move on. Just pretend I didn't see those options. I'm afraid I'm still not a swashbuckler believer. Or should I say I am a swashbuckler believer, because honestly they're the same thing. I'm afraid that swashbuckler is a cool lord. You can do cool things in a correct build. And in this correct build, that's just about as much as a rubble. Because in the correct build, you work on it far too much. At that stage, might as well just use an orb that also just does everything. Which is exactly what rubble does. I would have loved for you to pop these pegs as well. I need Le Bomb. We had an extra enemy in this fight, right? It just feels like it. Oh, Bat, right? Yep. We had an extra enemy in this fight. Right, Orbit Story. So one of the nice things about this path as well, 1, 2, 3. I really like proccing the Orbit Story before leaving Area 1. Quite a lot. When that doesn't happen, I am less happy. Oh. Oh my god. No way you thought that shot was going to make it, because I didn't think that shot was going to make it. But make it did. It really did make it. Made it big time. Awesome. Extra enemy on that fight, and I only lost 5 health total. Maybe I lost that on the... Dick. Do not have any tempo for this boss fight, and that terrifies. Right here. We did get a crit roll, we also got a refresh roll. We also got a bramble. Huh. We also got a crit roll with a refresh setup. This is the Minotaur RNG to actually live, so maybe we actually live. Oh man. Now is been fetching the debuff I want? No. But maybe it's fine. Okay. At this stage, sure. Blind. Yeah, give me this perfection. I mean, look, maybe I get a dodge here. Maybe everything will be right with the world. Transparency. About as useful as blind. Alright, not to worry, fella. You've gotten your mandatory hits. I'm afraid that... No. They're fine, right? They're always fine. Oh my god. Ooh. Spooky? Nice spooky. Oh, glass half full. I do love a good glass half full. Sure. I'm sure that'll help out with the next Minotaur I face. Yippee! Oh. Alright. Healing. On Roundrel? No, that's not possible. We'll collect that 1 gold and then we'll move along. Yippee! Oh, awesome. Damn it. Did I really want to lead there? Yes. I do not fear death. When death has a massive axe though, and is walking towards me way faster than I like, maybe I actually do fear death. I do take back what I said. Alright, I'll go for a stunted roll. It's just fine. Fine. Not explodable, please? Please? The damage on the glass half full doesn't actually grow, which is very notable. It was actually a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. Talk about it. But I do still think it's very good. It's just, wow, I would love it if it had damage right now. I'm just gonna need... Wait, hold on. 6 explodable. I've been landing my debuffs. Oh, great damage. Unfortunately, I'm still dead. One popping can't heal off. No way! Well, suck. Give me the crit. Ugh. This is a very specific shot. If I shoot left, there are more picks, but I can't win. What's the shot? What's the shot? I need to be rolling back. I think it's like this. I think it's around that low. No, it wasn't. Damn, dodge? No. 28% chance really isn't actually that bad, honestly. It's actually pretty good. Double Minotaur, what can you do? I bought the glass half full, I was set up for the fights. Unfortunately, where are you hiding? What's the button? There we go. Unfortunately, Minotaur is just painful. He hurts, man. He hurts a lot. Alright, I do love Basalt Totem into Area 4. Why exactly am I picking up an Area 4 passive as my first passive? Because the options were kind of bad. Really not something I prefer to do, but if I get a good build, this Basalt Totem is going to be sick. Am I going to get a cool build? No, but I mean, if I get one. All about the if after all. Honestly, let's just quickly look at this seed. That is actually a pretty fun seed. Very silly, I love it. I'm all for it. Nice bramble, I'm sure that'll matter. Boomer. You get some infection as well. Get a crit with good damage. Frankly, good enough. I was not expecting that much from you. Really wasn't. Headshot. Double tap, thank you. That did not double tap, okay. Fly to the other side of the board and hit the other bomb. Thank you. 34 gold. Oh, immediate 20. Oh my. The value. Think about the max HP gains. Okay. I want to test this out actually. No store? No store is an option, actually. It is an option. No store it is, sure. Give me a cool question mark. Remove an orb to take 21 damage. I'm here for silly ideas. If I've got health to work with, then surely I'm just fine to do something like that. I removed a pebble, of course, which is unfortunate. Honestly, I feel like this run's already doomed. I think trying out Assault Totem immediately is like a cool idea. It's actually a pretty cool idea. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna need to get very lucky with my passes, which is like, yeah, I was already banking on getting very lucky, but like, I really just don't believe. I very much could be mistaken though. Maybe it is just an amazing idea, and I'm just a doubter. Maybe that is exactly what it is. Keep going with the transparency, you know. There are enemies that I actually care about killing later, so I keep going with the transparency. Give me my debuffs. When I said give me my debuffs, though, I was kind of hoping you would apply debuffs that actually matter. Like Spin Perfection. I'm afraid that if I'm getting a crit, they're dying anyway, so I really don't care about your transparency. This just works, right? I'm very sad. Yay. I love being at 41 health. But not to worry, because my max health is just about to go up. Yes. I'm sure everything will be fine once my max health goes up. Absolutely everything. Let's just ignore the fact that I'm just about to find Elite, and he's absolutely going to own me with his massive axe, because it's going to be a Minotaur. Because I just love fighting Minotaurs so much, that's fine. Oh, hello. Remove an orb to pay 24 gold. I do want to know what happens when I ignore the slime. Removing the orb is obviously amazing. You know what, sure, let's just do it. Let's just put myself in a bet. You can get coins on this map. Ew. Cool. I don't hate that. Now, am I going to the effort? Yeah, I am. You know what, let's show this clip. Hello, hold on. That is real healing. Before I did have healing, but... Right here? Yeah. So it just happened again. There's just nothing I can do here. I have to take this first shot, it has to hit a crit. It has to land explodable or bramble. So one of the steps has actually been achieved. I have 46 health, that is not enough to survive many Minotaur hits. There's not a debuff that I can work with. We can get a dodge with this, that is something that can also get me the win. We need to get a crit roll here, did not get a crit roll, I have to aim for the crit. I will go for extremely high because apparently my previous idea was bad. Extremely high works, actually works, yeah. I've taken that 1 Minotaur hit, need to get a dodge on the second one if I am to pass go. Okay. We misnavigated from the elite, and I was actually pretty happy. I was just like, yeah, but I actually did not want to go to that elite because it's basically just guaranteed death because I've been removing orbs. Making a very big effort to remove orbs. All three of these are very cool starters, by the way. But then we literally just go to a question mark and get Minotaur again. Like, cool, if you want to give me any other elite there, I'm perfectly fine to accept that. So fine to accept that. You know, like, that's just fine. But it's just Minotaur, man. And like, we just can't do anything against Minotaur. Would we have been able to do anything against most other elites? No. But Minotaur is basically just guaranteed death. Literally just guaranteed death. Also, that was a fun shot. Does it matter too much? No. But it was fun. I don't think I can hit both. Oh! I double tapped the bomb. That was actually just not part of my plan. I really did think that was going to make it, silly me. Whatever, at least I got transparency. Infection, thank you. Not that it really changes much. Ugh, alright, yep, that was just unfortunate. Unfortunate to say the least. Eventually we will need to get lucky, right? Eventually. Damn. Didn't realize that was such little damage. I thought that because it would do what I wanted. Are you going to bounce over the crit again? Thank you very much. Oh man, look at that molten gold difference. Beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely beautiful, splendid. Okay, so... it's either Elite Elite or Store Elite. Or... both seem good. I turned down a short fuse already, by the way. Pretty massive deal. 49 gold first fight, by the way. Like, did I trade health for it? Absolutely I did. is unfortunate. But also just fine. Don't suck. I'm sure that you can get a bomb though, can't you, Terrible? Thank you very much. I just wanted that dead immediately so that this guy stops making momentum. Boom boom, excellent Bramble. Let's get a beautiful crit hit here. So much damage. Because I do want your money. God damn it. Wait, Bramble? Oh my god. Please. Oh my god. That's nice. That's pleasant. I'm happy. Alright, we have a lot more gold to work with than I would have expected. We did need it. We really needed it. And I got a dodge there. And I... Okay. Nice. And I got another dodge. Sick. I really did need that kind... Where are these dodges coming from? I've just been saving them up. Oh man. Only 3 gold. I would really love to... Sure, I accept. Alright, sure. I'd really love to boost that up to 105, but what can we do? I will ignore him. Oh! Wow, ignoring is really good value. It's good to know. I got the gold that I wanted. That is amazing. Just don't do that again. Does that just happen normally? It will. A dark obelisk. So is this something to do with the final boss or not? That's what I was thinking recently. Just like, is this actually something to do with the final boss? Sorry, let's not misclick that. Let's get rid of what is one of the best orbs in our deck from our deck. Here. 22 damage for 35 gold is a lot. More than I can take. Is that gonna stop me? No. No, I just need to get a good leap fight. I could also just misnavigate from here, you know, that could just happen, yeah. Happen. Sure. Okay, well, hold on. Orboros into chest is ridiculous. Into store afterwards, into chest again. Huh? Retreat is just so useless. Can I just not get passives like that, please? I'm loving all the discard synergy I've got here. Really nice to see. Epic. What are the passives I'm buying? Well, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Blind is useless. Orboros needs to be level 3, which means doing that pass is fine. Basalt Totem as well. Refresher Course, Super Boots. What is it? Autogeist is something I want for Area 2. Potentially, if I want good AoE. I'm not sure if I do. I would have loved to see some discard relics. Realistically, we just take the solid relics, which in this case... Orboros. I think Refresher Course might be one Spiness in the boss battle, or one Circle in the boss battle, which is actually a huge deal. And I do think Basalt Totem is insane for Area 4. And we spend so much less gold on removal. That was a very weird store. I feel like I was getting some very obvious options broadcasted to me, and then I entered the store and they just weren't there. I need my bombs. Simple as that. I need my bombs. Let's have my bombs, shall we? Oh, that did not double tap. I thought that because the way it was bouncing, it was actually looking like a double tap. Unfortunately, it was not. Oh god, you're reloading now. Well, this was a miserable fight. Because I can't double tap a bomb with this, horrible. Yeah, no, if I hit a bomb, it rolls out. Pain. Absolutely pain. There in the end, though. 46 gold, that's realistically all I needed as well. Maybe not all I needed, but I need to press that button, and I need to press that button. Simply. We then, of course, have this. 20 gauntlets is possible. Alright, horrible in this fight might be fine, we just need to get the bombs after all. Just need to get one bomb. Thank you very much. Okay. So really it's just how good is a level 3 Orboros against Slime? The answer is it's pretty good. I'm probably not even going to have the health to heal even if I wanted to heal. I think I might need to, but I also just don't think the option is there. Like, how am I going to get enough gold before then? Like, yeah, I can get the gold to Basalt Totem, but I don't think I can heal as well. It's one or the other. Unless I start pulling off some ridiculous shots, which, I mean, very much could happen. Crazier things have happened. Wow, that missed. Damn. But yeah, I'm just going to have to do this and this. Means I can't heal. Whereas the level 3 Orboros is just more important for this boss fight. I did get the refresher cost to 1 proc. Like, that is exactly what I foretold. Now the question is, which stat? Oh, ripped away right in front of my eyes. Oh, Tactical Treat is such a troll. Just give me 1 I guess that counts. That is 1 refresh. Okay, we need this damage to start scaling up. We need those kinds of debuffs as well, I suppose. 8 damage is pretty good at this stage. Need to just keep aiming for my refreshes. Like, yeah, that is the kind of thing I'm looking for. Is it enough? Is it enough? 55, because it really just does not seem like it, but would be mistaken. I can't take much, I really can't. $111. Okay. We're out the other side. Just terrifying, isn't it? I'm a coward. Focus Blast, Electro Pregnant Viridian. Hold on. It's actually really good here. Actually really good here. Oh, we got both of these. Cool. Bulk each turn. Not fun. We're fighting a boss from this act. Mini boss from that act. My refresh course is on 1 proc. Wow. 200, 600, dead. Demon Wall, dead. I mean, this is just too simple. I just have to take second boss first, or Bulk for Orc, and I think Bulk for Orc is just miserable for us, so another boss from this act. I think we're just mostly fine. We'll just die to like Betsy. Avogadro. How exactly does one feel like about that? I do have Viridian. Viridian is a huge deal. I did not properly consider the fact that I have Viridian. Viridian is a very good passive. About as simple as it gets. I was aiming for the refresh though. Maybe I could have aimed more directly, but I wanted to hit the crit as well. Actually, this works. Oh wait, I was trying to bounce off the bouncer. And I did a bad job of aiming for the bouncer at the last second. It's an Orboros thing. Viridian actually does seem to be working. I must admit, walking into both boss fights with my refresher course on 1 proc absolutely made it for me. I wouldn't have been here without it otherwise. And of course, I fully intend to press buttons after this fight. You know, I was not expecting to... I was actually expecting that I could die here, straight up. Like, of course I plan on pressing buttons here. Of course I do. I really wanted the refresh there. Okay, me fully expecting that I was going to die here was very understandable, clearly. Very understandable. A Blammo? Nice. I can't press buttons after this fight. See. Right, and then we get this fight immediately, which, of all the fights to get, I'm not too happy with it, but honestly, with Viridian, does work well. Decently well. Oh man. We're in area 2. Okay, like, that is not actually something that's happened an awful lot with this class. It was nice. For today, at least. And we just got a really good shot. And as we know, when you've got the Orboros in your deck, all you need is that one really good shot. And then suddenly, you just have 200 Echo you can rely on each shot. And as it turns out, 200 Echo is just sick. And I just get to keep taking the same shot over and over again, aiming towards the refresh, and watching as it works, because, yeah. But for this kind of bounce, though, is just a good idea. It really is. Oh my god, I almost shot. Luckily... Oh, I missed it. That's fine. I did not need it anymore. I really didn't. Alright, I couldn't press the buttons before. What is this? This is not the orbits. I still... What's the worst that could happen? What's the best that could happen? I do think I want them. It just sounds like more fun. I'm here for more fun. So more fights. You know what? I'm here for more fights, right? You know, I'm actually here for more fights. No, I'm here for more fun. But fights does mean max health, and health does sound very tempting. Alright, surely this is just a good Viridian map, right? Might actually not be. I just really do not want to take the reflect damage, and I get the distinct feeling that I'm going to be taking far more damage here than I would like. But let's just get that minion out of here, shall we? Yeah. Nice shot! Should be able to get the kill, just as long as I get the crit. I have a lot of crit damage after all. Please do not. Oh my god, it's so scary, it really is. 432, please. Thank you. Things are working. They're working. Oh, hello, Rubble. Oh, it's a level 2 Rubble. It's so good. Oh, this is so sad. No, I'm spending my gold. It's unwise, right? Let's get my money back though, right? I'll just take it. Having to turn down that Rubble is sad. As we've very clearly seen, I'm very happy to burn so much gold on max HP. If you want me to risk it all, sure, I can do that. I'm your man. I don't think I'm your gambling man though. I don't think I'm your gambling man. I feel like it. I've turned down a super boost this run, have I not? Does not fill me with confidence. Right, let's just get you out of here and then let's just get this crit, shall we? Because as long as we get this crit, I'm pretty sure you're dying, and as long as you're dying, I'm pretty sure I'm happy. There are a few enemies that can just kill me at 55 max health. One of them are these reflect mirrors. I do appear to be living so far, which is nice. Oh, they're spawning more infection pegs on the board than I thought they would. Okay, I mean that's fine. More than expected though, that is very useful to note. This is going better than expected. Having a max HP boost with a really good heal is sick. I am just going to be spending 20 HP per every fight though. It's necessary. I can't not. That's fine. I have healing after all. But not just any healing. Best healing this class has to all achieve. Oh, you don't want to hit the crit, okay. Oh, it's not like I really wanted the crit or anything. Fine. 10 health. I accept, I accept. That's actually just pretty funny. I was disappointed at first, but then I was like, oh wait, no, they're getting more kills this way. Which is just nice. I appreciate that. Alright. So I actually do have a decent chunk of gold for this store. I actually have a decent chunk of max HP for the elite. I actually have really, really bad AoE for the 200-600 fight, and I really hope I don't get it. I have decent enough single target damage, and I really hope I don't get a resistance knight. What else? Shield mage is probably fine. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't shield mage with Viridian just fine? Actually, that is one unfortunate thing about Spinny Bank. I don't have ambidextrony, do I? Fortunate. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have added the ambidextrony to my deck. Care more about gold than I do health, so. Interesting. I am so used to the way how the momentum on this map works that I totally forgot that just fly through pegs if you've got Viridian. Nice shot. Oh my god. Oh damn it, I was hoping that would continue on for a little bit longer. A little bit longer. Alright, let's start getting some of those lovely bombs, shall we? Because I would like these enemies to die. I'm afraid that it's not quite cutting it yet. Thank you kindly. Yes, they spawn 3 now, which I feel like is more than they would otherwise normally do, because usually they only give you 2 spinfection, correct? Which I think is perfectly acceptable. I'm very fine with them having increased spinfection application if it's delayed in the way that it is, because it means that you just, like, for example, don't get super screwed when they immediately AoE you. When you immediately AoE them, sorry. Which before that was a very serious threat. Actually very worrisome. Nice healing, by the way. You just appreciate good healing. What I do? Beautiful stuff. I'm actually getting a lot of damage from my Inferno Ingot. It's also pretty fun. Okay, these paintings are almost done. These guys just take so long to set up that I'm just totally fine to let them do their thing though. That's why I was just happy to just ignore them. Like, I don't care. Oh my god, good job, you got your attacks up. Good job, guys. You'd like me to congratulate you, I'm afraid I'm still at full health though, so you have not achieved your true purpose. Which is to help tax us. Uh-huh. How do I feel about that? I'm very sad, of course. Very sad indeed. It actually sucks a lot. Interesting. Interesting. So I do have collusion. That is pretty sick. I have a remove an orb. That was one dodge. Which is not easily. And Roll is best. Is it just simple? Anti-inflation Viridian is not actually that interesting. We just play simply. Yeah, right. It's just a Orboros all the way, but I don't need to remove that. I don't know how I feel about this. A decoy orb. Is a reload relic, but not one that I actually care about for reload builds. Let's go grab that crit, shall we? Acceptable damage. Nice thing about Viridian on this map is these bombs kind of safeguard you a bit, prevent you from moving too fast. I will, however, just claim one of them right now, though. Get you out of the way so that I can guarantee pop that chandelier. Get that kill, because it just ends up lining my kills very well. So it's a very interesting deck here. What's my planetary for? That's the question I have. Obviously the plan is to have a lot of max HP. That's a pretty cool plan. Pretty cool indeed. It's also not enough. I'm gonna need more of a plan than that. Apparently I lied about navigation inflation. The thing is I'm just good at popping my peg, so I didn't think it mattered all too much, but really I was mistaken. I mean, look at that, right? Just got so much beforehand. Alright, so here there are a few options for victory on this map. I am mildly worried about this fight. Mildly. We don't have AoE powers, so I do suspect we might just have to burn through all of the minions, which is usually very rough, but we do have the capabilities of absolutely amazing healing here, so that counts for a lot. Echo damage can just be used all the way as well. It's also pretty neat. Decoy orb. Oh, wouldn't it have been amazing if that just went straight for that refresh? Would have been so sick. Like that. I did actually aim straight for that refresh, but I hit it on the bounce, and that's what counts. Yeah, I do get the feeling that we're going to have to melt through all the minions, but honestly this might take a bit of time, so... maybe I skip, but I'm a bit worried about dying as well. I think I will just skip though, because I think it'll take quite a bit of time, as you can see here, +9. I'll try not to die in the meantime. It's very feasible, but I did just get a sick dodge there. Sick dodge, by the way. I was actually a bit mistaken. I thought I was actually killable this fight. There is a passive that this class specifically can pick up to deal with crossbow way easier. And right here, chest piece, distraction reaction. It's actually insane for crossbow. So yeah, no, actually it was unkillable that fight. That's pretty neat. I also got a lot of gold, leaves the rest for later. I have a fresh gold score. Safety regulations for PS is nice. Cursed Mask is as garbage as always. Skip button is 50 gold. But leaves the rest for later? Absolutely, sure. Under Darkness. Bow Slime. I kind of suck at killing him. And that just denies me gold. Damn. I guess I did get a lot of good options immediately. It's not like I could take the extra elite from the next fight before. Good now, though. Definitely now. But Leaf's Escalator Refresher Course is just decent scaling. I'm actually just really well set up. Sitting here with a chest piece, Dodgy Dagger, that was rude. Chest piece, Dodgy Dagger, and Infernal Ingot is a very good way to make sure I'm not dying. Also got like Cookie and stuff, which is also kind of sick. Actually just a lot of spinners flying around as well. Like I've just kind of got a pretty solid build to live here. So I expect that living is something that I shall be doing. Now the problem with living is I'm afraid that you need to do slightly more than living if you want to beat Area 4. Which is unfortunate. Definitely a tad unfortunate. I love how Inferno Ingot's actually just kind of tearing through him. Oh wait, I have some transparency on him. That works too. That works. That definitely works. Alright, awesome. Orboros is still just working. Not what I intended to bring into the final boss, and it's probably not what I will be bringing into the final boss, but it is just working. Frankly, if I get a free remove, I just want this orb gone from my deck. I'm just not even shooting it. Doesn't really work with Viridian as well as I'd hope, and I do think I've gotten the 35 gold back that I spent on it. But if I have to spend too much gold on the remove, then that might be unfortunate. Even if I haven't seen healing, more healing is just a safeguard, right? Bad cheese just sounds silly. There's no reason I should go for bad cheese. The question is your special button, because special button is a good passive. Also, it's so weird not seeing any other pegs on this map, but we do have Viridian, so this is just free. It's part of the reason why I was fine to take blind. Viridian just kind of counters it. I do think that more healing is just perfectly acceptable. I don't know yet if I'm going to double store. That seems fine. It's a weird map to see with only half of the map. Pretty good damage immediately. And Refresher Course is pretty good. Like, it just has to be, right? I just try and build out like a refresh crit build. I've just got to play for Leaf's Escalator as my Area 4 build, right? It's Area 4. It's Leaf's Escalator for Area 4, or it's debuff doubling. And considering the fact that I haven't found debuff doubling yet, which is fine. I've just got to go for the rarer relics, which is also fine because not this one. I should duplicate the horrible value. Yeah, that's all just useless. Perfectly fine with my deck. Okay, I do not have Pierce. My AoE capabilities are very poor. Frankly, I'm just going to have to burn through all the minions. It's going to be slower than I'd like, so I will skip this one too. Oh my god. Nice. You see, it's nice having infinite healing. Having infinite healing and having basically no AoE can be rough at times. It can be rough at times. Interesting. I do want more max HP. Max HP is a very big deal. I was just thinking about some of the things that I'm looking for in this run because I had a lot of time to think there. Echo 90 is not Echo 100, but it is Echo 90. If I get, for example, Wondrous Ultimate Wrath, that actually sounds pretty darn good because, of course, Wondrous Ultimate Wrath, and I've got Cookie plus Inferno Ingot, should easily be outpaced even if the boss is also smacking me and decreasing my max HP at the same time. But it's compared to more max HP. I think on average we can call this plus 20 to plus 40 more max HP, which is a lot. But I kind of like the idea of the Echo Chamber endgame more. So I will pick it up. Will I regret that? Yeah, okay. That sucks. Very potentially. But we will have to find out, won't we? The Echo endgame does just interest me. I feel like it's probably something decent to do here. I'm not sure what kind of capabilities we're going to have for this run, so let's just go for re-navigation then. I'm just interested to see how that lines up. So 2 extra enemies in this fight, a rigged bomb guy, and 2100 more health in this fight. Because there are rigged bombs here, that is like fine I suppose, but it does mean you're not bashing melee damage into this worm, which could potentially suck. I learned a few things by the way. First of all, re-navigation will always mirror you. I'm not sure if that's every form of re-navigation, I believe it is. Which probably lines up with what I've been getting. As well as if you always rat out the Peglin Chef, you will get... God, I hate this so much. I really just need to know exactly what that shot looks like because I clearly messed it up before, and that is unfortunate. Maybe Weaver Fate is actually finding. I like maintaining it way too much for that though. 40 gold for getting rid of you is worth. Rest of this use. Like too much of this stuff just isn't what I'm looking for. Exacerbate when I need the doubling. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Man, I really need Renav. Yeah, but if you do the Peglin Chef event and you rat him out, you will always get the 200-600 fight. Which is good to know if you have good AoE. I have the Orb in my deck. I got 3 max HP. Don't know how I feel about that. It's something that is for sure. But yeah, I feel like there are a few things I can get. I feel like especially after that misnav, I'm just very sad. It is always a risk whenever I pick up Viridian. My Viridian targeting capabilities are unfortunately poorer than I would like them to be. Missing shots like that is just not ideal. But it's definitely not still lost. We can still do other stuff. So Orb is a pebble. Obelisk, dripping with pebbles in your deck. A lot of interesting stuff there, isn't there? It is definitely nice to just have this much max HP, that is for sure. Means a lot. Oh, I do get the random nav now, which is fine, but I would have appreciated it beforehand. As we saw, we fly across to the opposite side of the map. Round guard. Fine. Oh my god, I thought this was a new map for a second because I'm just like, there's a slime and the map looks like this and there's also a bat, but no, this is definitely not a new map. Just new enemies on a very old map. I think we'll be losing health here, but we will be taking a beating. Which honestly, taking a beating is honestly fine. I just heal it back up easily and then scale off of it. And because I've then scaled, I have no crits on the board. But there are a lot of boss passives that I could hit that I would love to hit that would be epic. There are a lot of rare passives that I would love to hit which would also be epic. Definitely a few things that would just be extremely nice. I'd love them. Even something as simple as a recon might just be nice, right? I don't really care about recon in the slightest, but it would be cool. We are losing health here. There are fights where I will easily regen health. I'm really not too worried. It's definitely mildly unfortunate, but let's be real, if you're going to get this many enemies in this fight, including this guy with 8 in a circle who has stacked up all of the enemies in this fight with way more damage than I would like them to be stacked up with, then yeah, it's going to be painful. Shocker. But our healing is just incredible. Our damage is slower to get going than I'd like perhaps, but still perfectly acceptable. And these enemies are just doomed. Eventually. I just shot the horrible. Fine with this. Gets me some more gold. I have not found any double doubles. I would love to find one double double. Even just one double double would do. I would like more than that, but even just one will do. An extra forest boss. My 3rd forest boss. I've fought every single forest boss this run. Awesome. I know what the tactical video will be now. That's neat. Very cool that you can do that, and very cool that the first time I had the opportunity to do it, I actually somehow lined it up. This is definitely a cool deck. No doubt in my mind about that. Oh my god, Viridian hard counters this as well, doesn't it? Unfortunately, I am unsure as to whether or not it is enough. Very unsure. But maybe it will be. I do get passives here as well. Nice. Yep, hard counters. Just completely hard counters. Sure. There's actually a bug I can use. It was pointed out to me, which is very epic. So if you have collusion, you know how the store in area 4 costs more gold? If you buy an orb, maybe it's also a passive. Squares fight, looking weird as ever because of the darkness. But if you buy an orb, is how I got it, it actually resets the cost of the removal back to 40 gold, down from 80. Which is a pretty big deal, it definitely matters. Just a nice little bug that I discovered apparently. I didn't find it though, I just got the bug, happened to me and then someone else pointed out. Lovely. But yeah, we should just slowly scale up and eventually the Orboros will have enough damage attached to it that we will just be happy. And of course, we're just going to be targeting these two guys as always. I believe that you might not just be dead here. But I think we can get the kill on this guy before he escapes from my sight, which is pretty neat. It's very odd not being able to see pegs, but I mean, as long as you're used to the maps, like, you'll just be fine. You'll just be fine. Most of the time it can't really mess you up too badly. Yep, you're done, though. I mean, they're hitting hard, but I just don't need to care. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I really just don't have an Area 4 deck right now, though. I would love to. Absolutely love to. Echo 90 is actually pretty good. To tell the truth, it's actually pretty good. If I can find multipliers, I will be way happier. Just without the multipliers, I do not believe in Echo 90. Definitely decent though, especially when you're sitting on 120 max HP. So just investing in the gold each time, investing the gold into max HP each time has been worth it. Yeah, this is what I mean about navigation inflation as well. It's like, I've just collected all the gold in this map. So was Weave of Fate worth it previously? Because I think it actually might have been. Oh no, I just didn't want to pick it up, honestly. Just not a fan. Yeah, no, Echo 90 really might just be a game plan. That's why I wanted to pick it up over the Grinding Monstera. Sure, I have lost probably like 20 to 30 max HP from it, but Echo 90 is cool. Pretty cool. There are so many boss passes we can hit here. Please do not miss. Please, please, please do not miss. Okay. I hit. Not exactly the ones that I was hoping for, but I got Status Symbol to start off with, which is sick. I also got Multi-Ball, which is as amazing as it always is. And Heavy Hand's also fine, but I was really just looking for Status Symbol as one of mine. Doubling my scaling, doubling my Ballusion, both of them matter a lot. It means that the Echo 90 game plan actually has a basis to build off of. So, if these guys get to melee you, fun fact, they drain max HP from you for the rest of the run. Really, really bad news. I really don't appreciate it, and I could not do anything to this Cruci 19 extra enemy on the board. I also can't... I can dodge his hit. This is miserable. Is Viridian just garbage on this map? Is that just a thing? Like... That is very unfortunate if true, because this is a really, really easy map. One of the things I'm actually really interested to learn for this run, how good is Viridian into Area 4? Mostly I care about the boss, but also I do care about these kinds of fights, because having them stealing my max HP is actually just like run-losingly bad. It's really bad news. I'm going to have to assemble a very, very serious build if these guys steal as much max HP as it looks like they're going to steal. Because Viridian Trinket does not seem to be performing well here, and there's just nothing I can do about that. Like, luckily I can dodge their attacks with the Round Guard. This is just incredibly unfortunate, and I am rather unhappy about that, but whatever. Spent a lot of time building up my max HP, and it's not even being stolen by the boss. The disrespect, eh? The disrespect. Because unfortunately, our damage just scales up slower than I would like, and our Ballusion gen is just not good in this situation. Just not good. I know I could be aiming harder at crits. Could be, should be. But sometimes I just feel like taking a fast shot, which is definitely a misplay, but I mean, like, I have 1 hour 30 minutes on my end, which I have cut out multiple long fights, but yeah. Still, at least we have a lot of debuffs. That counts for something always. God damn it, man! Can't we just not do stuff like that? Yeah, having this fight and losing 20 HP when I've never lost HP in it before is crazy. Viridian Trinket working the way it works here is not ideal. Not ideal. Just lost so much HP there, but what can you do? But really, what can you do? Unfortunately, that's just not how my build works. I'm just way slower than that. So, 20 more max HP is just time. I really do think it is just rare relics here. I just need something like Bag of Orange Pegs or some nonsense. Yeah, no, even Bag of Orange Pegs. No, yeah, Bag of Orange Pegs is actually really good against the boss. Ethos for later usually doesn't work too well with Bag of Orange Pegs, but it actually will. Okay. It's not as bad as it could have been. Wall Chicken baseline is just obviously better than the 20 max HP that I was tempted to take. I wasn't taking the other option. Bouncer is whatever, but there's Pincer Maneuver here, so That's pleasant. Alright, chest, which can be Mimic, is Mimic. At this stage, I'm beginning to believe that it's just always going to be a Mimic, which could be the case. I'm not worried about this fight. He should not be draining my max HP, I believe. 102, I'm not sure. Dodge that. Yeah, no, he's not draining my max HP. Which means I couldn't care less. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. We just get to stack up some debuffs on him. Oh man. So Mimic here is ideal. It's very nice to see. Means I get an extra chest. One of the other great things about Mimic is it gives me more chances for his card because I believe I have everything for the Mimic apart from his card. Before the store, I will make sure to upgrade the orb, so I'm getting slightly more gold because the removal is very cheap and I will be getting gold by removing the orb. And after all, I definitely want the orb removed from my deck. Getting Pince Maneuver is very nice to see. It's actually really good here. It's a very good endgame plan for me. Criticus. His backpack unfortunately will be useless. Short stack is just not hit. So it is just Criticus, which is acceptable. I don't have the critting capabilities that make Criticus extremely interesting. Technically I could still hit them, but at the minimum it should just be solid. Duck and cover is amazing here. So let's test this out, shall we? 100 gold. For this it costs 80 gold, which is what it should normally cost. Collusion resets it to base 40 and then it gets doubled. 100 gold. 40. That's a very interesting bug, isn't it? Very interesting. So we just get to remove this, get 160 more gold, and now we've got 400 gold, so I can just full buy all of the passives here because, let's be honest. 2-2, just not enough. So I'm not buying Rallying Heart. I will buy Steady Scope, of course. And I'm not buying this because it's useless. Just in case there are good orbs I want. There aren't going to be, but just in case. There's just no point in picking up literally useless passives because, make no mistake, unfortunately, that's exactly what they were. Again, this is just not a fight that I'm actually that good in. I'm actually tempted to discard so I can get some Illusion so I can actually start moving because, make no mistake, this is a very slow chain. I've got a slow start in this deck. That's fine. Either way though, man, Duck and Cover is so sick. It's so nice to have Duck and Cover. It's a really, really good passive. Really, really good. And the fact that I've got it makes me more confident. I dislike losing max HP. I'm not sold on Viridian yet. Viridian into Area 4 being bad could be very unfortunate because unfortunately my Viridian comes with extra downsides. And the downsides are just, yeah, I'm going to misnavigate in the run, and that's not ideal. Oh, the first guy is the Soulfire guy, right? So I just need to kill the first guy already. Unfortunately, that's taking a bit longer than I'd like, so I am just burning max HP. It is temporary loss though, isn't it, for this fight? Or am I misremembering things? They're just fully stacked now, by the way. Which should be scary. I don't know how scary it actually is. By the way, Criticus is just so good. It's just so good. We have the extra crits on the board as well. It's actually just insane. And I love it. Like, we don't have an insane Criticus build here, but it definitely is working, as we can see here. Beautiful shot. So 101 max HP. Let's just see if I stay this low. Because now that that guy's dead, we're not getting any more on the board. It looks like I'm going to stay here, doesn't it? How much do I want to worry about exploitable? And how much do I just want to care about just slamming direct Orboros damage? I can get quite a few crits on the board. I lose nothing by adding this to my deck. Straight up. Straight up. In fact, I gain because of that. Okay, not bad. Small packages, Powder Collector. I just can't take Powder Collector here. I don't want to be losing pegs. So small packages, despite the fact that it does nothing, would have been nice if I'd be taking that Machuska shell, right? 111. So my max HP got +8. It did not go back up though. Okay, good to know. Oh man. Yeah, the Area 4 fight stealing my max HP there is unfortunate. I would have had more max HP to work with, which would have been nice. Slow it down so I can line that up. I just missed. Maybe Iridian's nice for this first fight. Maybe that'll be something. What happened there? Where that wasn't where I aimed, but whatever. Dealing 0 damage each shot is very not ideal, so we'll just hit a crit. Not the most impressed with Viridian, I must admit. This has been significantly more unfortunate than I would like. Maybe this is just a me issue. Very much could be. But even if it is just a me issue, that does just mean that I'll be using Viridian less. Alright, 111 max HP, we are a scaling build, we've got decent Delusion going on. Viridian into Black Holes and Soulfire sounds pretty miserable, but maybe I'm wrong. I do just want the Soulfires gone immediately. I also want... I'm perfectly fine to take your hits. You want to hit me? I also want the Black Hole gone immediately though. It's more like it. Already just losing so much max HP. It's just so unfortunate. I really want that Black Hole Peg popped, but it's just hard to reach with Viridian. 30 exploitable. Does seem like the exploitable plan is at least working out mildly. Like how much exploitable is this if I do this? That is too much to turn down, I think. We're just a scaling build, and we're struggling so much to pop the pegs though. It's like I'm just really worried. Just gonna have to take more guaranteed shots at this stage. I mean, this fight's already just over, isn't it? I'm scaling. That is nice. We'll appreciate that. Just nowhere near enough. I just can't deal with this Black Hole Peg and it's just wrecking me. I don't know, man. With Viridian, you can just deal with the Black Hole Peg guaranteed pretty much. I know that I'm not taking the Black Hole Peg shot to just take care of it, but like, it's because it's at least mildly hard to find. This is just very unfortunate. I moved again. Yeah, there we go. So 64. Just need massive hits here. This is where the game can actually begin. Those are massive hits. Orboros from here on out. I just think that I just don't have enough time just to well set up. I could not do it. Okay, we actually got the intangible pop, hold on. There's a lot of damage. Very noticeable. On the wrong side of the map. I'm absolutely smashing through him. As I said, we are a scaling build, and we are indeed doing the scaling thing. No, that is nice. Really is not the kind of build that I was hoping to bring in. Somehow that is the shot that works. God, that Echo 90 might just be the difference. I need that intangible peg gone again. Not having multi-ball is just so unfortunate. Good dodges as always. Good dodges as always. That blind is adding up. Pincer maneuver is doing so much here as well. That did not hit the bouncer. Absolute pain. That only hit it once. Oh man. As I said, I do feel like Roundrel has significantly better tools to try and deal with this than, for example, Peglin. And it does feel so much better. Please. Well, it's not telling me the echo, but I can tell because this is... When did he just drain my max HP? How often does he drain max HP? Is 12 health enough? Do I have to shoot this susceptible to get the kill? He's got 148 deployable on him. Jesus. Okay. One more Orboros shot would have done this. I'd just die if I reload, right? Sorry, I'm thinking about this a lot. What am I meant to do here? 76. We look at the. Okay, let's just real quick. We'll do that. Maybe that was silly actually. Horrible's better than susceptible. It's fine though. I just can't get enough damage procs anyway, even if it is 81 damage per peg hit. 140% more damage. And so I think I just died to the... I don't know what the max health loss is based on, that's the problem. If I could accurately describe, that would be nice. I'm pretty sure you can decrease it, but I have not been decreasing it because I haven't been popping the pegs, is my current guess. Sounds good. Sounds like a good guess. I just don't know if it's solid. I think I will take the gamble just because Orboros is guaranteed. I don't think he's draining 12 health per turn each time he sucks. If he does, that sucks a lot. Oh my god. Does he have the intangibles? 63k, only 63k. 5 health? Oh, that's because I just gained 4. Oh my god. Honestly, I'm letting the credits roll for this one. This was wild. Did I expect to get the win here? No. No, I just didn't. Simply. No, I did not. I did not think that would be enough. We did not do the debuff spam stuff that I was expecting to need to do. As I said, I do think that this class in particular... This is nice. I don't know if I've seen this one before. I skipped through it with this Memento one, I presume. Man, I do think that this class has tools to set itself up really well into Cruci 20. Not so much as compared to Memento, but it's at least mildly on the same tier. Which is kind of sick. What is the story that's going on in the background right now, by the way? The Observer Radio? A very cool orb. I want to use it in a custom run because it seems cool. Everyone wants it. Oh, lovely. Wow. Oh my god. Stacking up that exploitable was a wise idea, and then of course we have the credits again. Stacking up the exploitable was wise. Not shocked about that. This was actually just an Orboros victory. Was I expect like Orboros into Cruci 20 Area 4? Does that make sense? No. No, what's the other sub-themes of the deck is what I would say, because Orboros wouldn't be the main sub-theme. But that's actually just a lie. Orboros was the main sub-theme. Echo spam into Area 4 is going to be really good. It's going to be really good. But that's because Echo's amazing, really easy to get use out of. Orboros is obviously harder to get use out of, a lot harder. But we managed to boost our Echo to 90 here, which just having that extra 10, I keep talking about it as if it matters. It's obviously only Echo 10. I actually do think it does matter quite a bit. You're retaining a lot more of your damage now. You're literally halving the gap that you're losing, right? I feel like it's actually a pretty big deal. I may be overestimating it. Viridian into Area 4 does not make me happy. I do not think I'll be taking that often. Viridian is still a very good passive. Very good into Area 2, very good into Area 3. It's also good in Area 1, I believe. Into Area 4, it does not make me happy. It can still do good things. If it's offered against like multiple passives, then I don't think that's close at all. Oh my god. So, was this the Basalt Totem run where I chose to meet? No, it wasn't. But I definitely did just go full on Basalt Totem. I think that Basalt Totem is now one of the strong strikes in the game. Of course, I'm kind of joking. There's only so much you can do even with just Basalt Totem. You need to find other things. But it buys you the time you need, man. And I needed so much time. Having the whole Evolution combo to just dodge all of his hits was crucial. I would have been dead without it. Duck and Cover and Status Symbol, both really good. Status Symbol into Area 4 feels almost mandatory for Roundrel, honestly. It's obviously not, but like, Roundrel doesn't have access to too many tools, and being able to rely on like Status Symbol is very handy. Very, very handy indeed, because I was getting a lot of value out of like my Exploitable, for example. God, this was just a terrifying run. Absolutely terrifying. At no point did I feel like I had the tools to beat Area 4, even when I was sitting there on 12. Oh my god, I'm so happy I took that gamble. Because man, if I'd missed, hadn't gotten the kill, and then seen that he only drained 11 HP for me, and then I'd thrown because my Orboros damage got reset, oh, that would have been sad. That would have been really sad. Sure, I had the damage boost from Echo, and I would have gotten a lot of hits. Quite a few. But I didn't have Stranger Brew, so it wouldn't have been too many because a lot of the picks I were hitting were crits or refreshes. I don't know, I would have just been too scared. But yeah, Status Symbol, Leaf Throws for later. I think that Leaf Throws for later, well, and Status Symbol as well, are going to be great into Area 4. There are just many boss passives that I think are a lot stronger, and I'm looking out for all the time. It really does just feel like, though, that if you miss on your boss passives, you're just dead. Dead on arrival, which is a shame. It's like you really do need a combination of good boss relics if you want to beat Area 4 on a lot of classes. And Viridian, I think, worked out fine. Just because it was so good in Areas 2 and 3 that it was perfectly fine. It was really good with Inferno Ingot, and it's just great for keeping you alive. Like, the fact that I just assembled a turtle build and got to run with it was nice. Yeah, because it was a really good turtle build. Max HP with Inferno Ingot is juicy, and then combine that with the amazing Delusion I had is really good. But yeah, this was actually just an Orboros build into Cruci 20 Roundrel, which got the win. I don't think I'm going to be pulling this off again, honestly. Like, Roundrel builds are... It's very uncommon for me to stick to Orboros specifically. I just did not find the orbs that I was hoping to switch to. There are a lot of good orbs that I think are very solid into Area 4. Orboros is not what I would have expected, but honestly, it actually does make sense. Thinking on it more, maybe it's not as crazy. Just bringing Echo into Area 4, especially on Roundrel, does sound insane, actually. Alright, thinking on it more, Orboros into Area 4 might actually be one of Roundrel's best win conditions. I might have misspoken one of the words there. But I do think that Orboros plus Roundrel plus Exploitable plus like the Echo, maybe that's a lot better than I gave it credit for. This was also a Roundrel run where we could pick up Wonder Scudam at Wrath. And I think that if like Balan's going to be getting victories into Area 4, I suspect Wonder Scudam and Wrath might be involved. I think that relic is really good for Balan. Being able to run it on Roundrel here would have been great. It would have been really nice because our healing was top tier. Our scaling was also top tier. So much of this stuff was so good this run. Status Symbol was a really nice relic. I'll think more on what they should change for Baladin to make it as good. Because the fact that we can just like sneak in a run with this kind of build on Roundrel, whereas I feel like Baladin is just beyond screwed if they try and do a similar thing that looks like this. It's definitely unfortunate. I think Baladin has a very bad matchup into Area 4. And as we see right here, Roundrel has a much more decent one. Spimentus, as we've seen, is ridiculous. It's just such a good matchup. But especially like passives, new passives like Duck and Cover, the new change to Belusion, it feels like Roundrel received a lot of love for dealing with Area 4. Duck and Cover status symbol into Area 4 is just beautiful, especially combining that with stuff like Dodgy Dagger. And it does make me interested to play more Cruci 20 Roundrel in Area 4, but I'm not sure how soon it'll be when I return to it because this was very fun and I had quite a few fun runs today, but it was still rather painful and it reminded me why I'm not the biggest fan of Roundrel. But let me tell you, the recent Roundrel changes in the last patch, the patch that added Area 4, have been amazing to play. Really, really fun. I love the Belusion change. It's just so much more enjoyable.